Guatemalan city of Antigua is a popular destination for many travelers. It bustles with open markets, historical architecture, and breathtaking scenery. Not far beyond Antigua is a Guatemalan few tourists ever see. These are the villages of the Mayan people who have lived here for thousands of years. Guatemala has one of the highest poverty rates in Latin America. The worst poverty is in rural areas that are home to these native Mayans. Most families here get by on less than $1 a day, and over half of the children in these villages suffer from chronic malnutrition. People for Guatemala was founded in 2010 with the goal of teaching those living in extreme poverty how to help themselves by working together to identify problems and create solutions. We invest our efforts in developing people. It takes longer, but lasts longer. People for Guatemala focuses on health and education. We conduct medical clinics, build water projects in schools, provide scholarships for junior high and high school students, help teachers by providing textbooks and teaching materials. We create microfinance programs for indigenous women and install safe vented chapina stoves. One of the leading causes of death in young children is diarrhea and dehydration caused by drinking dirty water. Most rural villages get their water from rivers or springs which are unsanitary, filled with bacteria and parasites. We partner with communities to provide water systems that bring running water to each home. Having running water in homes is a simple thing we take for granted, but often doesn't exist in Mayan communities.
We live at a very high altitude, and it is difficult to carry the water so far. Thank you to the people who have always supported us and encouraged us. May God bless you in each of your steps along the way. Thank you for coming to see us and visiting us. I'm not losing anything with my plants. I eat the fruit, and the leaves are for my animals, and the water we use to water the plants. We don't throw anything away at all. We use everything.
The people living in communities where we work have little or no access to health care. The closest hospital is 2 hours away from most villages. The people suffer from diabetes, high blood pressure, skin problems, infections, parasites, and malnutrition. We conduct monthly medical clinics in rural communities. We also help families with critically ill children. According to the World Health Organization, cooking on an open fire, common in most Mayan homes, is one of the top 4 health risks in developing countries. Because women spend about 6 hours a day preparing meals, they breathe the smoke equivalent of 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Their children also breathe this smoke and sometimes get too close to the open fire and get severely or sometimes fatally burned.
What hurts you?
My ear on this side hurts, and this part on the back of my head hurts.
Is it when you cook that it hurts you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Amilcar, a local Guatemalan man, makes simple vented wood stoves where the fire is enclosed and the smoke is vented out of the house.
This stove operates with firewood, and it was designed based on questions we asked the women who used the stove. They wanted something that was very practical based on what they needed. Primarily, they are able to make tortillas, for it is very important for them to make the tortillas. Another important thing about this stove is they are able to make the tortillas and at the same time have pots boiling water, so they are able to cook other foods at the same time as the tortillas are cooking. There's also a very small counter connected to it where they can put their spoons, their forks, their glasses, whatever, a basket of tortillas while they're cooking. This stove does not emit smoke into the home. Because it has a chimney, the smoke leaves the home, and this is very important because when the women are cooking, they always have their children nearby, and thus the children and the women cooking are inhaling the smoke.
The stoves are easy to assemble and fuel efficient, and since they burn 70% less wood, it's less work for women and children gathering or buying wood and saves the forest from deforestation. More importantly, cooking with these stoves mean fewer respiratory diseases and safer homes. Many Mayan children do not attend school past the 6th grade. We sponsor scholarships to junior high and high school students to help cover the costs of tuition, books, and supplies.
I do not know how to read at all, and I wish for my children that they will be able to study.
I am requesting this financial assistance for my son so that he can study, and it's his dream that he becomes a professional and find a career.
Studying is a much better option. Having an education makes me feel valuable. I want to continue moving forward in order to have a better future.
I really want to continue with my studies. I want to be a special person in the world, and I want to gain more experience.
There's so much more we need to do. We are totally dependent on donations. 100% of your donation goes directly to helping people in Guatemala. Every dollar donated makes a real difference in the lives of the people of rural Guatemala. To learn more about what we do, please visit our website.